Hello everybody. You might recall last time we gave you an extra special peek into cabinet number 1. We got so much positive feedback on that episode. We figured we'd come right back again and go to drawer number 1, give you a second special peek. So here for what's in the drawer, we're going in. I'm pulling out another box of original artifacts that you've probably never seen before. So another special treat. So in here we have a very rare white sheet of paper covering up an even more rare set of artifacts. We may have, I don't recall, we may have in the past talked about the Women's Relief Corps. And the Women's Relief Corps was an organization formed after the Civil War. It was sort of the female equivalent of the Grand Army of the Republic. It was wives and daughters who wanted to support Civil War veterans. They raised money for medical bills, they threw them parties, they did sort of things to say, you know, you're appreciated. The war has been over for 20 years now, but you are not forgotten. And so what we have here are medals. Medals that were worn by members of the Women's Relief Corps. Now I'll just take one out as an example. So on here, we see these little symbols they got. It says Women's Relief Corps, and underneath the year on this one is 1888. So that's giving you an idea of the age of these medals. Some of them have titles on them. I see some of them say treasurer, some say color bearer. So you'd get a different medal depending on what your rank or, maybe not rank, but whatever your position was in the organization. So, you know, you'd wear that to special events and people would know that you were somebody of some importance, that, you know, despite the fact it's the 1880s and women didn't have a lot of importance, sad to say, at least not in the public square. This was some way to designate that you were somebody who was active in the community, you were fundraising, you were really getting things done. So really special treat that we have these. In fact, the fact that we have so many of these, it's quite impressive. So the Women's Relief Corps, it's a group that I find fascinating. I hope you do too. And their medals are what's in the drawer.